sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down, because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a 1st down, but for big yardage as well.
What's wrong? What's wrong with our team?
So from inside
that's not
Niner
what I said.
territory
What's
now,
wrong?
this is 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Lexi, do you need help? Girls.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And brought
That's
down,
not funny.
but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for
I'm
him
not
to maneuver on that
denying
run, and
that.
let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. He'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything.
Yeah, Lex, you need help?
So the opening drive does.
You need help getting down? Okay, hold on, I'll help you.
They wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. First down, Lance. Fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish, because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Lance. Got a man, that's Richie James. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a give. Akers running left. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
First carry now for Trey Sermon. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. James has got it, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Now a handoff. Sermon. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the handoff, Sermon, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Lance. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And Lance now to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that one will be accepted.
What? Lex, did you pee? Lexi, you have to use the potty. I know you're learning, but you have to use the potty.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Second and 16. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now play fake. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down. Sermon now on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And this is Sermon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They run. Here's Sermon. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Sermon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after here coming up. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
I know you said it already.
What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the give, this is Akers. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They'll run on first down. Akers, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. They'll drop to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Listen, you need to use the potty when you have to go, okay?
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a run with Sermon. Shoves him aside near the 35. And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Lexi, what's wrong? What? Do you have to pee? Do you need your potty? Where's your potty at? Okay, great. All right, hold it. Hold it. I'll get your potty, okay? Do you want to sit on the big girl potty? You want to try sitting on the big girl potty?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Good job. Thank you for, not exactly telling me, but...
Here's 2nd and 10.
She's going to potty. Leave her on.
Here's Lance to throw it. They set up the screen for Sermon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try and run for the first with Sermon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Looking from the gun, Lance. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
You want poop? Yeah, a little bit. Good job.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
I'm tired.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Back to throw here. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Back to throw again. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete as well. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
You get 2 tickets.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
That game, you know what that's for, right? To teach you to go to bed by yourself. Because you have to learn how to go to bed by yourself. You know that?
And I'm going to get dressed today because
the 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things...
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
We could do it.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Stop.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Listen, you can have that, but you just can't touch
Play
anything.
action, now it's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one.
That's what happens when you don't listen.
Maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board. Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Go sit over there. Go sit over there.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. To be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their whole pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Okay, then
the
you
first
gotta knock
down
it
run
off.
got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right.
Again, it's Sermon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
You're not listening. Stop shaking stuff, dude.
Lance looking to throw it. In trouble, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
You're not listening, so we're gonna have problems.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds.
Listen, do you have this in your room?
Inside the 30-yard line.
You don't want to do that, right? You can stay.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now
let's
get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set well for the second half. So
listen.
Run their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out and check it down to them. those guys are just not as comfortable
that's fine.
catching the
Sit over
ball
there now.
as they are running it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Can't believe you would hit your sister with that. Does that feel good? Does that feel good when you hit somebody with that? Yeah, it does.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Get off
able to get
now.
there for his 2nd sack
You
of
want me
the
to smack your
afternoon.
butt again?
Charles, not to point fingers,
Don't touch
but
your
how
sister.
much of this
Don't touch
goes
her.
on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Don't touch
Definitely the
her.
bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other
Now you gotta go in
factors
your
that
room.
they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It
Go in your
starts
room.
with the O-line.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though.
Go
They did
in
get
your
9
room.
back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull
Get
here. A
off
little bit of
of
a
her.
snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Lance. He'll find Sermon out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Get.
The Rams
Stop.
go
Stop. Do
nickel
you want to go in your room?
defensively on 3rd. Throwing now is Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he is going to have a 49ers first
down.
down.
I don't
and
want
he
you
was
on my
able
lap
to get
right
it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
I don't want you on my lap. What don't you understand? Am I not being clear?
Yeah, you're not.
Stop.
They give to Sermon out of the gun. Sermon with space, a first down and then some. And down to the 27-yard line. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
and their pace. This is ball control.
Go in your room.
Stop
screaming.
Taking their time.
Stop screaming and go in your room. Do you want me to
So
lock?
from the 17 now, here's a
Do you
first
want me to
and
lock you in your
10.
room?
Second down.
No, it's Daddy's chair. You're not allowed to sit in.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Lance. And it's caught.
Get back in your room.
Are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Sermon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trey Sermon. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
6 yards left on 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll go again here with Akers. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now some pointing up front and a flag down. This might just move them back 5. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now Landry. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. With Sermon to begin the drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Going right back to Akers. And look at this, for the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Landry now on the return. A good head down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back now here on EA Sports, and that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, Lance. And Kittle catching the slant. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Working with a 2nd and 4. They run once more with Sermon. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now Lance. And that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Lance. Oh, he stays up. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They go play action here on first down. Going up top for Kupp. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Off of play action, here's Lance. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On play action, Lance. Shakes off the sag, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The 49ers now going to use... the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Akers. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. Akers again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. It's a run with Akers. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Daz Newsome. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Lance. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
What? What's wrong?
Lance now to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a give to Penny. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll look to throw again. And it's nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Trying to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
No, we have to send that one back. That doesn't work.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
I don't know like what, but it smells like something. Okay. Do you need the wipe? Yes.
Looking to throw. Lance. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
What's wrong?
My bag, and it has nothing in it, not my stuff from Christmas.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
2nd and 2. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this one's incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd and short. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams.
I'll be done in 2 minutes.
But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Stafford. And his pass incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
We want the blue team to win right now.
Stafford now to throw. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. Stafford. And he fires one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now it's Stafford. Open man is Atwell complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Is that winning for real life? Is that in the Eagles right now?
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
We don't touch anything from here on out. We just watch to see if, because look, we're winning. We have 21, they have 17. 21 is more than 17.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Back to throw. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's got a first down to the 40-yard line, but the clock runs. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
We have to clean and do it.
I'm so hungry.
Okay, well, we can have a snack.
I don't want a snack. I have a beer. I'm going to chew my phone.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final try now for Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It got his man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
So people can see my face when I talk to them.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for LA, they pick up just their second win on the year to up their record to 2-14. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Here is a little trimmer. It takes care of you. It gives you a bath. It helps you get butt medicine. It helps you.
Butt medicine? What are you talking about?
And it helps you go poopy, and it helps you go pee-pee. And it goes in the door and wait till you're done go poopy. And then wipe yourself. And then he wipes you and wipes your pee-pee and your butt. He does everything. He cleans the house. He plays outside with you. He goes out with the bike. He goes out in the tree. He goes out on the computer. Hello, everybody.